Hello everyone, Duststorm from Podtacular here, doing a quick analysis on the War Games gameplay that we got from 343 yesterday on YouTube. And we're going to have a look at some of the new maps that we have, along with weapons, some armor abilities, all that good stuff. The first map that you saw there was kind of reminds some people of Death Island from Halo PC, along with maybe a touch of Infinity. But we have that map we're going to see, we're going to have Wraparound, and we're going to have Warhouse. So if the first shot we get into here is someone in a ghost who gets knocked out, but the other guy gets stuck, so that's unfortunate. Right here, if we slow this down and watch this in slow-mo, it looks like this guy is using the thruster pack to rush up to this guy, and you can see the little icon on the top left right above his radar. It has a little warning sign. That means he probably just ended up using the rest of his thruster pack, and he's now assassinating this guy. And it looks pretty cool. So far we've seen a lot of assassination animations. The variety that we're going to get in Halo 4 looks very, very awesome indeed. As you can see, if we start it back up again, he gets the assassination on this guy, comes up for the double kill, gets the triple kill, and we go on. And this right here is the Storm Rifle. We can see that he just killed this player with the new Storm Rifle, which is the replacement for the Plasma Rifle on the Covenant side. And there's this new medal that we have. It's the skull with the star, and I think that's just for any kill that someone gets. I've seen it a lot in the rest of the video, and as you watch the rest of the video, you can see where this medal pops up. And I think for Slayer game types, that medal comes up for any time you get a kill. This right here is the sticky detonator, and as you can see, if we stop this video real quick, once you pull the trigger and hold it, the grenade will not detonate, and you can actually see a little radar screen pop out on the pistol or the launcher part. And this guy is waiting for this enemy to come around and get him, and then he releases the trigger and he gets the kill. And that's a pretty neat animation. It's pretty much the replacement for the grenade launcher, so that's pretty nice to see. Here we can see a better view of the hit markers that we're going to get. If you see the little X reticle that comes up around the reticle for the BR that's here, you can see that's going to be the hit marker. In Halo 1, we had a little audible tune that played whenever you hit someone, and now it looks like we have a visible indicator. Also, if we play this segment back again, we can see the little ordnance symbol here at the top left, and that actually fills as this guy is getting kills. So it looks like depending on the game type and depending how ordnance drops are set, you can actually fill your ordnance meter by how many kills you get in the game. And here we see some more assassinations, and we see more variety of what kind of assassinations they're putting into Halo 4. You can see this guy right here just knock this other Spartan to the ground, and he has his knife and he's about to stick him in the face. So assassinations are no longer in place as they were in Halo Reach, and we're going to see a lot more variety in assassinations coming in Halo 4. As we go on, we see some vehicle combat, we see a melee right here, we get some more headshots and some more gameplay as well. Right here we have something where we actually have a pop-up for ordnance being ready. Now this guy just filled his ordnance bar, and if you look right here, we actually have a few options of ordnance drops that this guy can choose from. From the looks of it, the left one is actually going to be the scatter shot, the new Promethean shotgun. If he pushes the down arrow, it's going to be the Needler, and if he pushes the right side, it looks like it's going to be some kind of shield boost, similar to the Overshield. So he chooses his ordnance, and he has request confirmed, and it drops right there. So that means that depending on what your options are for your ordnance drops, it looks like you can actually choose where the ordnance is going to be depending on the game type. You can have the ordnance drop in random locations. You can have the ordnance drop right by the player that requested it. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of variety in ordnance drops we will get in Halo 4 depending on the game type and what custom settings we will have for ordnance drops in game. Right here we have a sequence of clips for the scatter shot, which is the new Promethean shotgun, and as we look through some of these clips, you can see that the scatter shot actually bounces off things. So it's not just like the human shotgun where if it hits a wall it stops, but it'll actually bounce off of other objects. Right here we can actually see, this is a pretty cool shot, someone using the sticky detonator, attaching it to someone and detonating it on the player. So it looks like the sticky detonator will stick just to about any surface that's metallic, or if you just shoot in the ground, it'll just stay put like the grenade launcher whenever it falls to rest. Here we have more clips of the scatter shot, and you can tell a little bit better in this scene how the more kills this person gets, the bigger the ordnance meter gets. So that's just another example of what looks like in Slayer, you're going to be able to build up your ordnance drop and then use it whenever you need it. Moving along, we got some more assassinations. We got some vehicle combat here. Look at this Warthog fly. I mean, that explosion was pretty nasty. Right here we actually have what the rocket launcher looks like. We don't get a first-person view of it, but it looks like the smoke behind the rocket is a lot more visible, so you know where the rocket's coming from. It'll be interesting to see how that affects gameplay, so we'll have to see how that is from a first-person perspective, then how it gets played out when other people see the rocket flying. And to wrap off the video, we have a nice sword assassination here. Now, if we go on and look at some of the finer details of this video, I'm going to pull out real quick. We're going to look at some of the medals and some of the elements of the UI, or the HUD. So starting off with the base HUD, top left, we have the grenade indicator. We have frag grenades, we have plasma grenades, and we have the count of each. On the top middle, we have the shield status, the shield indicator. Right now, it looks like this person is operating at 40% shields. On the top right, we have the weapon indicator along with ammo status. In the very middle, we have a new heads up for the points that you get for whatever action you just did. Similar to Call of Duty. I know there's a lot of Call of Duty comparisons out there, but games of this caliber are going to share similar features, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But as long as the score doesn't get in the way of other things that are going on the map, I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue. It's high enough above the reticle of the BR right now that I don't think it's going to be an issue for many players, pro or casual. So right here we see this person got a headshot for 10 points to his score. We have the BR reticle in the middle as usual. The bottom right we have the time remaining left in the mission, and we have the score this person has left in free-for-all, and it looks like the score is actually going up to 50. I'm not sure what the last symbol on the right is. It looks like an open paren or a 0 that's been cut off. Maybe that's just a placeholder boundary for the player callout. We can see that this first person view that we have here, his is GC, so it probably looks like 5 letters you can have up into your player callout for Halo 4. On the very bottom we have on the bottom right that is, we have the game type, and this is E3 Infinity Slayer. And it looks like if this person presses the back button, we will probably get more info on what the game type is. So we're not really sure what that actually looks like, but I'm assuming we will actually get a detail of the scores, similar like you would in Halo Reach when you hit the back button normally. Bottom left, we have the radar along with the armor ability that's just to the left top of that. And then we have the ordnance meter, which right now it looks like it's half full, along with the medals and the player feed. So that's pretty much the base UI that we're going to have. Now if we take a look at the vehicle UI, we can see that it's a pretty similar layout. There are a couple things that are different. We have a ghost view right here. So at the top left, we have the ghost boost, and this is the power up for the vehicle in question. So if we have more vehicles, which I'm sure we do in Halo 4, we're probably going to see what kind of special ability they have up there. So if we have a Wraith, which we probably will, we'll see boost up there as well. And whatever else that we can have for some of these other vehicles, we'll have a thing up there to show the status of the ability that the vehicle has. We have the vehicle symbol on the top right. Other than that, everything is the same as it would be for the general HUD. Now let's take a look at some of the individual HUD elements. Taking a look at the radar first, we can see that the vehicles now show up as special icons on the radar. The Ghost shows up at this little weird triangle thing, and the Warthog shows up as this rectangular shape, and they're pretty indicative of the vehicle that they represent. So now you can tell on your radar if something's coming at you what kind of vehicle it is, and you can differentiate that between other vehicles and between players that are running around on the ground. So that's going to be a big plus to know what type of thing is coming your way and how to defend against it. You can also see that whenever someone's above or below you, they maintain their diamond icon. All enemies are now red diamonds and all allies are white circles. So whenever someone's above you, it maintains the diamond, and there's a little extra arrow on top of the diamond indicating that they're above. And then when they're below, they have the reciprocal effect where there's a little arrow on the bottom as well. In terms of medals that we can see that we have a regular kill, double kill, triple kill. We have a killing spree. We have an assassination medal, headshot medal, beatdown, an assist. And then there's these 3 new medals here we don't have a description for. There was nothing that came up in the kill feed quick enough, and we're not exactly sure what those are. But the interesting thing to note about those is those are yellow compared to the rest of the medals that we have, or most of them in that case, which are blue. So it seems like generic kill medals are going to be represented in blue, and we can see that the assassination medal is actually in red, so that's a special medal. If I were to take a guess at what the medals were, I would say that you probably just killed someone who had an ordnance drop ready, you got a killjoy on the person, and you also got a revenge medal. Those would be my 3 guesses for those medals. I'm not sure about that third one, but it could also represent that the team took the lead because of his kill. We can see up there where it says team took the lead, so maybe it's part of that as well. In terms of armor abilities, we have active camo, we have hologram, and we have this third one, which I'm not sure if this is Promethean vision, since this is the armor ability that we were told that was in there. We never see this one used though, so this could be something else, but my guess right now would be Promethean vision until we see it in use or are told it's something else. We saw the thruster pack used, but we never saw an icon for it. All we saw was this little red indicator after the thruster pack was used saying that you're out of your armor ability. The weapons that we saw in this video include the battle rifle, the DMR, the assault rifle, the sticky detonator with a trigger delayed detonation, the magnum, although we never see it fired, the carbine, which we never see it fired, the storm rifle, and the scatter shot. 2 weapons to look out for is the storm rifle and the assault rifle, as both of them have bloom, so keep that in mind when you're using these weapons. That pretty much covers the analysis of the War Games gameplay video that 343 released. Keep a lookout for more videos that we'll be putting out later today and throughout the week, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.